The bombs itself, the dying of the people is not what I'm laughing at. That's not what I'm laughing at. It's just kind of weird, like the switch up after.
This lady's been blowing up on Twitter recently for being a beautiful Japanese woman. It is the entire disillusioned white guy cohort of Twitter mad because why can't girls from America look like that? Personally, I understand the hype. This is a beautiful lady. She got her pantsuit out. She's doing the thing with her cheek that makes her cute and Japanese. The white disillusioned American loves this because in her they see a proper woman instead of the pigs that are bred in America like Sydney Sweeney, who also went viral around the same time for her ad for American Eagle.
Yeah, ugh. Yeah, obviously. Oh my word.
Where she got her tits out. Oh my god, this is a sin. Give me an Asian woman now. But what these Twitter folk fail to understand is that yes,
right?
this is a beautiful Japanese woman. Yes, she'll probably be nice and sweet as well. But
yeah, this may sound controversial. All right, this may sound very controversial. But beautiful. I know. Crazy, right? Crazy. Two women can be beautiful at the same time. Two different types of women. That's crazy.
What these Twitter folk fail to understand is that yes, this is a beautiful Japanese woman.
Everybody
yes,
has
she'll
their own
probably
preferences.
be nice and sweet as well. But at the end of the day, she's a woman. And one day, she will switch up on you. Because that's what bitches do. I'm sorry for the heated intro. I just broke up with my girlfriend and she happened to be Japanese. And everything was going well until it wasn't for some reason. She switched up on me for no reason. And I'm trying to warn y'all the dangers, but once again, a new Japanese woman has hit the timeline, and all you anime nerds are falling on your knees at Otafest, and everyone seems to forget that bitches are still bitches, and they will switch up on you, and Japan did deserve what happened to them during the... First of all, this woman is not even a salaryman. She's actually...
Wait, was that? Okay.
a Japanese model and former J-pop idol named Saori Araki. You can tell because the wall behind her wraps around her to make her head look smaller because in Japanese culture, having a large head is a sin greater than acknowledging your war crimes. But this hilariously terrible Photoshop edit and the dimples from her acting cute and the picture blowing up the way it did and my Japanese girlfriend switching up on me for no reason because I know she's not mine, these bitches come and go, is also hilarious because all of this is the result of how broken Japan actually is, but because the women are hot and the anime is still good, because of how precious and cute and respectable the culture really is. But me, I never fell for the bait. Because I was born there, and I hated it, and I moved here, to America, and now I kind of miss it, even though I hated it there, because of you guys gassing up Japan like it's in 2050. It's not 2050, motherfucker. I understand the appeal of Japan. It's a stunning country with amazing technology that isn't actually amazing anymore. It's been surpassed for years now in terms of advancements in productivity by other OECD countries. Advanced toilets that keep your ass warm and spray your butthole with water, and maid cafes. There's a real gung-ho to Asia that I don't experience in the capitalist wasteland that we call the United States. Growing up around these Americans and their gay pride and their lesbian wives, I've always felt sick of being a part of this country. I don't feel the pride that I would feel if I was a petite Japanese girl that was raised in the countryside where I ride my bicycle home with my friends. My life would be complete if only I was a petite Japanese girl that had a crush on her stepbrother who's actually from another mother. Oh God, all my problems will be solved. But instead, I'm here in Ohio. My perfect Japanese high school doppelganger is on the other side of the world. I guarantee this is the mindset of at least 25% of you all that looked at this image that blew up on Twitter. But worry not, guys. Your Japanese doppelganger's life probably sucks too. I'm going to try to explain one of the biggest cultural reasons why Japanese people suck and are broken through this idea called tatemae versus honne. This part of the video is strictly from my experiences dealing with Japanese people as a foreigner throughout my life living there, including my ex that switched up on me for no reason. Other people might view it differently. In Japanese culture, tatemae and honne describe the tension between one's true feelings and the public facade you present to maintain social harmony. Tatemae is a social script that you follow in public, where you use polite language, agreed upon norms, and approved opinions. And honne is what you actually think and feel, your private opinions, desires, and frustrations.
So it's like Two-Face.
AKA, these people are fake as fuck. So yes, Japan is known to have one of the best hospitality cultures in the world. They bow to each other. They apologize profusely for doing something wrong. But don't get it twisted. This is all political. If you do something wrong, anything wrong, they will snake you and make you feel like you don't belong because you do not conform to the norm. I remember when me and my bae was hanging out alone, she was the best girlfriend ever. She was cute, she was nice to me, she was amazing. She'd do all this cute stuff and be really grateful and all that. But then, when I came to hang out with her friends, she was fake as hell. I tried to hold her hand in front of her friends. The bitch swatted my hand away. I'm like, damn, bitch, that's how you feel? That's how you really feel? I talked to other Japanese people about this, and turns out being nice to your bae in public is not normal. People don't do that in Japan. People want to respect the so-called social harmony over making their partner feel like they're loved and appreciated, which is practically the complete opposite of what happens in the West, and I guess a symptom of why foreigners complain that in Japan there's so many rules. You know that one scene in One Piece where Luffy punches a celestial dragon and just starts wreaking havoc, and all the people cheer at Luffy for liberating them and saying, "Thank you, you're my savior"? If Luffy did that in Japan, you get shamed into submission on the spot. These Japanese salarymen don't want to be free. That would ruin the social cohesion, and people will be uncomfortable. That's because Japan is what we call a shame-based culture. For those that don't know what that means, anthropologists have long used guilt, shame, or honor to describe the three broad ways society enforces norms. Guilt cultures rely on internal conscience. Wrongdoing triggers self-reflection and a drive to make amends, usually with God or religion. This is mostly common in Western societies that value individualism, like America, whereas shame cultures enforce their norms on external judgment, like the fear of embarrassment or loss of face in public, and wrongdoing triggers withdrawal or hiding. This is common in many East Asian societies that emphasize collectivism and social harmony, like Japan. Honor cultures, on the other hand, are just straight up, if you think your daughter's a hoe, just kill her and it's okay because she's a hoe and she's ruining the honor of the family. Japan is obviously shame-based, but why? Most of you know, Japan was a straight-up fascist die-for-your-emperor state until the atomic bombs hit its shores. Then they became chill and prospered under U.S. occupation. But people seem to greatly over...
Okay, I know that's not...
who literally visits shrines that honor Japanese war criminals and actively donates to revisionist groups and downplays textbook references to Japan's wartime aggression. The same guys that got an even worse reputation than the Nazis, the same guys that had one of their generals build a makeshift prison in his backyard and live there for the rest of his life after he got released from prison because of the guilt, the same guys that created a 100-man killing contest where two of their officers serving in China made a competition on who could kill 100 people the fastest with a sword. And it's not like this was classified information, by the way. This competition was published in Japanese newspapers during the war, like it was an NBA finals coverage. They even did an interview with the guys doing the killings where one of the guys said, without realizing we both surpassed 100 people. It was quite pleasant. Do you understand how hard it is to kill people with a sword? These are the crimes that the prime minister of the country is trying to suppress, and the US has pretty much just let it happen. Because why not? Japanese relations with the US is good. In fact, during World War II, there was a research unit in the Japanese army called Unit 731 that committed literally some of the worst acts of human experimentation of all time.
I did watch a documentary on that, and it genuinely made me sick to my stomach. Like, scale-wise, the Holocaust was worse, but sadism, sadistic-wise, torture-wise, Unit 731's no doubt the worst I've read about. Like, I cannot believe that's not heard about more, talked about more. I would not recommend.
They did vivisections. They deliberately infected patients with plagues, anthrax, and frostbite, and literally none of the patients survived. People survived Auschwitz, but not a single person survived Unit 731. And guess what? After the war was over, the United States granted immunity to Unit 731 scientists, including its leader, General Shiroishi, in exchange for their research data on biological and chemical weapons, fearing that the information might fall into Soviet hands.
I swear, like, America, we're kind of fake too, in a way. You know, we act like we're some saviors of the world, but of course, underneath, we're doing some shady shit. We're pardoning these terrible people. Like, America's no better than any other country. Power-wise, we're definitely the strongest, military-wise. Which, honestly, I think, because, like, I can't remember really when it started, but we kind of stopped the manufacturing route, the, you know, building our economy route, and we started pooling all our resources into thank you for the follow, pick into, like, you know, our military budget. And, you know, back up, I'm about to bust. Hey yo, what the but yeah, but so Oh, it's a funny video. Uh, I don't allow links on my chat, but if you go to my Discord, you can post it in either videos or YouTube promo. Um, yeah. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so we went down building up our military and making the US dollar the national currency. That's the route we went down, which honestly, security wise, I think is smarter, but our economy is kind of going to shit right now, and that's kind of the consequences of going down there. Down that route, I believe. I believe. Thing is, though, we technically our national debt is crazy, all right, and I don't think there's really much that any other country can do about it since we have the strongest military in the world. Herp. I'll click on that after this video.
None of them were tried at the Tokyo War Crimes Tribunal, and many of them went on to hold prestigious positions in post-war Japan. The US will literally let you do anything. They will give you nukes as long as you know that you're their bitch. They won't interfere in your domestic affairs, and if you deny war crimes or kill Palestinian children in inhumane ways, they won't give a shit unless you directly fuck with them. In a way, it's fair, I guess. But anyways, back to Shinzo Abe. Shinzo Abe unfortunately died in November 2022, and the reason he got shot was because the guy that shot him, Tetsuya Yamagami, his mother had donated her entire family's net worth to a cult named the Unification Church, which Abe's grandfather legalized in Japan and Abe himself publicly endorsed. For those that don't know, the Unification Church was founded in Korea.
Yeah, Floofy Max, right here. You can talk to him, say hi if you want.
Korea in 1954 by Sun Myung Moon, aka Moon, as an anti-communist.
Although I will say he's being an especially big asshole today. He's very, very sarcastic and sassy today. So be warned.
Millenarian movement, which basically means it's the Asian equivalent of Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses, but for some reason is incredibly influential, especially in Japan, causing LDP politicians to court it.
Although he might be timing out. We had issues
Wallab
with
14, Wallahi. Pip. Boop 17 was 16. Are you trying to summon me or put a hex on me? I may have 9 lives, but I don't think I'm ready to join a cult just yet.
Wait, what?
Flux, your viewers are getting weirder by the day. Must be your influence rubbing off on them.
What? Oh, he saw. Oh, he read your emote. Okay. Yeah, it's also something I gotta fix. I gotta remove emotes from the chat. I mean, like, not from this actual chat, but like when I'm feeding the messages to Max, I've got to clean up the messages to where he doesn't see the emotes. That's a cute little emote, though. I like that. But yeah, you see what I mean? He's being a real dick.
Legitimize it for votes and donations. The founder, Moon, claimed to have a heavenly vision at the age of 16 in which Jesus Christ himself invited him to complete Christ's unfinished mission on earth, which I guess culminated to him receiving a fuck ton of donations from rich people and donate some of the proceedings to George W. Bush's campaign for even more political protection. Nothing says I'm the second coming of Jesus other than the washing of my money and resources in order to legitimize my wealth. Yo, people always call you crazy for saying that the world is run by a cult of people that worship a lizard as their Lord and Savior, but Japan is literally ran on the donations and influence of cult leaders that aren't even creative enough to come up with their own mythology. They still use Jesus as a crutch for their lore. Like, it's not even original. Motherfuckers aren't even reading the source material in Japan. The lore is unironically worse than some of the stuff the Nation of Islam was claiming, where a mad scientist named Yaqub that was born in Mecca invented white people to torment blacks for 6,000 years. Okay, maybe it's not as bad as that. What I'm trying to say is, as Japan experienced this economic miracle in the 1960s, voters associated the LDP with peace, order, and prosperity, creating long-term loyalty for the party. This, along with stuff like gerrymandering and long-term buildup of resources as a result of donations from cults, as well as Japan's left-leaning parties having struggled to unite for decades, often splitting the vote, even clashing amongst each other during the 1960s because some of them became rogue communists and started killing each other in the remote mountains of Gunma in the name of Marxism and improvement, the LDP continues to be the strongest party in Japan. Not only that, these days, voter turnout among the youth is low, as many of them don't see a real alternative to the current system, creating apathy rather than revolt. Even when opposition parties briefly won, like the Democratic Party of Japan did in 2009, as a result of the recession, they imploded quickly, reinforcing the belief that no one else is capable anyways. Since Japan's bubble burst in the 1990s, Japan really hasn't bounced back. Young people are stuck with low pay and super high rent, and the same politicians that were running things then have sons and daughters that are running the same things now. While other countries change and grow, Japan feels frozen in time. All these factors and a political landscape that doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon is the basis of all the problems that Japan faces today. But the problems are so beautifully packaged and told in a beautiful story with the cute Asian girl on the poster that nobody really thinks it's a problem. There's a story that you guys all probably heard before of a train station in a small town in Hokkaido that was supposed to shut down due to extremely low ridership, but remained open solely so this one high school girl could get to and from school. The story is told in this cute way where it's just a little girl going to school and it's honorable, but the socio-economic undertone of the story is that Japan's population is shrinking, there's barely any young people outside of major cities, and infrastructures that were once built for bustling communities are now ghostly reminders of olden days. The people in these villages are old, they're not procreating, that girl graduated high school in 2016 and the train station is shut down since, the Japanese population is sinking, but hey, oh my god, this can be a cute anime movie, guys, oh my god, y'all think this is cute? Y'all think this is funny? Y'all think this is that's how you feel? Why did my bitch leave me? The salaryman is passed out from exhaustion and alcohol consumption because he spent the last 14 hours chained to his desk, wrestling with endless spreadsheets and emergency emails, only to be dragged straight from the office to a late-night nomikai as a casualty of Japan's relentless workforce economy, where wages stagnate.
By the way, just quick context. This guy, he grew up in Japan. The guy with the guy talking, whatever. Yeah, he grew up in Japan and he had a Japanese girlfriend that left him. So that was the context.
And the unspoken rule of unpaid overtime forced him to lock 60-hour weeks just to keep his mortgage and pension contributions afloat. But y'all are saying, oh my god, Japan is amazing because the citizens leave Pocari sweats beside them. Oh my god, Japanese people are so polite and nice. The United Nations projects Japan's population will fall below 100 million by 2050, reshaping its economy, society, and political landscape. The total population of the country dropped 0.44% from the year before, the 14th straight annual decline, and the largest drop since records began in 1950. Nearly 30% of Japanese people are sick.
I think China and India need to take a page out of Japan's book here. I don't know about China and Japan, but I think America... Been a while since somebody used that. But I think America's population, is on the decline. Or at least the birth rate's on a decline, I think.
65 or older, giving Japan the oldest population in the world and no future generation to carry the burden. But hey, at least they got them fine-ass petite salary women changing the shape of their head and Attack on Titan butthole and butthole cleaning toilets. Am I right, guys?
Oh my god, I miss my bitch. I miss my bitch. I miss my bitch. I miss my...
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Why aren't you subbed to my channel already? If you made it this far into the video, you want to sub, right? Yeah. Yeah, of course you want to sub. Also, you want to follow me on Twitch, right? Yeah, click the link in the description. You can follow me on Twitch there. Come on, I know you want to. Come on, yeah, you do. Yeah, there you go, Yeah. Click. Yeah, yes. Oh, yeah. Thank you.